Hello, my beauties. Yes, hang on 1 second here. Just want to make sure everything is good on YouTube, and hopefully we won't hear. Hang on, we won't hear. Let me try to mute that. Ooh, um, there's a kitty cat on my lap. Let me just close that. How are you all? I'm here for my live. I'm changing earrings for you guys because the earrings I had on were like boring. They matched what I was wearing before, but they're really boring. And so I'm like, wait, I'm already running late, but I need earrings that are more colorful. These are silver and actually they're like mother of pearl. Um, is that what that is, guys? Not mother of pearl. It's like yeah, it's a seashell. Obo something. Obeline. Hey, welcome. So it's Viv here for my Sunday Live. Yes, I'm still getting myself together. How are you doing? Hey, I'm coming in a little bit earlier on Sundays because I am not on the East Coast. I'm about 5 hours later. Hey, and so yeah, there's a beautiful cat here. That is a beautiful Bengal, you guys. Let me see if he'll let me look at the pattern. Look at that. Look at that. And very pretty. You guys know I'm a cat lady. So the vice president doesn't like me. Hey, Gregory, how are you? And I apologize. The light, it's like super warm, right? Because it's just like lamps, with yellow light. Most, yeah, most locations don't have like YouTube ring lights, okay? And I did not travel with one. So how are you all doing? Greg, how are you doing? All right, so a little makeup away. Put in a little color for you. I don't know if you can, you can't really see. You can't really see. We've got Kitty Cat on our lap here. Shy, not wanting to really face the audience. So yeah, this is not Percival. Percival, again, one of the things I manifested Percival is with a lady who wanted to see if she liked cats and if she wanted to have a cat. She had cats before. What I envisioned a single woman, no other pets, because my Percival's a little bit persnickety. I don't know. He just need the house to himself, and that's what I got. So he's got a mom, and this kitty also has a mom. Hey y'all, I see the numbers going up. So what I title the video currently is um, Purging the Old, Release Your Fears to Ascend. I don't even like that. It's kind of true, right? Purging the old. That's what I'm going to talk about. Oh, yeah. Hey, Greg, it's fine if you're driving. Welcome, welcome. Beautiful love. Hey, welcome. Welcome, goddess. So, really, what this is going to be titled is How to Get What You Want. Okay, so this all started last night. Okay, I was talking with a friend of mine, and the series Scandal came up. Do you guys remember Scandal? Give me a yes. I'm going to wait, except if you're driving. And her key phrase was, "What do you want?" Right? The lead character, she'd ask it very aggressively, very assertively of her clients, right? They'd be in trouble. And, I feel like this is Sandra Rhimes, a very, very materially successful, very root chakra grounded woman, right? Shonda Rhimes, it was her program. And in some way, like I'm totally channeling this, guys. I think, there's always teachings in TV and in movies. And so she had her lead character, right? Kerry Washington. Her mantra was, "What do you want?" So think about that. Think about that. Because you probably haven't, because it seems random, but it's not. We're going to talk about how to get you what you want. So, yes, last night I was talking with a friend and I brought that up to her, and this is what motivated this video. Okay. I'm going to try to bring you guys a little bit closer into me. Hold on. There's a really heavy table I've got to move. Okay. Yeah, I want you guys a little bit closer. So, what do you want? I think was um, a way of telling us, the populace, this is one of, if not the main way that you manifest, right? So I'm going to be talking about manifestation today. I'm going to be talking about whatever your goals are. Okay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be, because I've been talking a lot about traveling or being out of the United States for a little respite, for a sabbatical. It doesn't matter if that's what you want. Okay, again, I'm not a travel channel, but we're going to talk about manifestation and what do you want. So this was inspired by the friend last night and another friend of mine, um, all trying to get what we want. Because think about it, in life, what are most people trying to do? Okay, give me a yes if you're with me. What are most people trying to do in life? They're trying to get what they want. Whatever you're interested in, whatever you're doing, underlying it is you want something. Okay, think about it. It could be a hobby you do, talking to somebody. There's something you want, something you desire, and that's why you're doing that action. So I want to talk about that because I've really been feeling in the manifestation flow, and spirit is really like, yes, go back a little bit. Something I used to talk about more. Go back and talk about this. Talk about manifestation. Talk about some of these spiritual topics that you haven't in a while. Okay? Let me know that you're with me. Beautiful love, are you with me? And Greg is driving, and there's some other folks here. And hey, in the replay, welcome, welcome, welcome. So again, this is going to be advice that I would give to both friends. One of them, I'm trying to reconnect with her right now because we were both literally trying to manifest some real life-changing things in a relatively short period of time. And I had watched this one friend struggle a little bit, relatively low income, like I'd say working class income, right? Not out on the street, but definitely struggling with finances. And the other friend also same thing. So I'm talking not just to folks who are like, oh, it's the money is the problem. I want to talk to those of you as well who maybe money isn't the problem for you, but you have trouble manifesting other things. Okay. Hey, divinely guided. I put you up. So yes, give me a yes if you're with me. So for both of these friends, I think the first thing, and I was able to speak to one good friend last night, the one where the Shonda Rhimes quote came up, what do you want? And I brought that up to her and she laughed and she's like, you're saying what Abraham Hicks and all these people say. And she's like, wow. And she saw me. So let me share briefly my manifestation that is kind of making me want to talk about this, okay, with you guys and help you guys. So yes, I wanted to be out of the United States, get like a little sabbatical, get a break, right? And I don't want you to think like I'm in accommodations right now, so this is not my decoration. I wouldn't be so traditional. So don't judge me based on the painting behind me, because that would be my painting if it were my house, right? Anyway, because I know some of you are, you're like, oh, that's kind of, yeah, no, it's not. I'm in accommodations. But I manifested the shift to get a break, get a sabbatical, get a vacation, and it came together magically. Even so, the girlfriend I was talking to last night is like, yeah, things do happen magically for you. And what I've always said in my heart, it's not just about me. So, hey, beautiful love, yeah, you're here. It's not about me. There are methodologies and beliefs that you can bring into play to get what you want. Some of it, that's why I titled it Purging the Old, but I'm going to really go with what the flow is I'm getting right now. So what I saw, the friend that I was able to talk to, she literally weeks ago, I said to her. I don't want to get too much into her personal business, but I just was like, I think you should do this. This is happening. And I basically was like, girl, you're in danger. Get out, right? Do this. And she wasn't ready. She then reminded me last night, she goes, didn't you see what I texted you? She basically texted me after a couple of weeks. She's like, you were right. Um, and just confirmed what she's now on board with what I was telling her in terms of some actions I think she needs to take. And so what I realized is for some of you, it might be slow. You might not have the confidence. So the first thing is confidence. You have to find some way. Hi, MZ Colston. Hey, welcome. You have to find a way where you can get the confidence to believe that you can get what you want. Because you're not going to try to get what you want if you don't think you can, right? So you have to first get that belief. And so with the friend that I was talking to, what I realized is she was putting a lot of roadblocks in front of her manifestation, right? She was like, oh, this has to happen. I need it this way. I need to be in this place. And then I can do this, and then I can do that, and then I can manifest. Okay, so is that you? Have you done that? Have you put roadblocks or unnecessary steps in front of what you want to manifest? So again, let me give an example. Say you really want to be married. You want to be married, you want to have children, you have a particular, desire around that. Are you then saying, oh gosh, well, I have to get my career together first. Then I think I should buy a home. I've got to buy a home. Yeah, I got to get a home first. Okay, I want to own my own home. And then I'll be married and then I can have the kids. Okay, are you following me? Those might not be necessary. So I'm trying to give you concrete examples so you follow me. So I'm not able to I don't want to just be up in the ether. That's why I'm trying to give these examples on the spot. Many of us do that. Are you doing that? So you basically know what you want, but then you're like, oh no, I'm going to do this first and this first. And you give yourself steps because that's what my friend was doing. So we talked and she's like, Viv, you were right. And I need to change my plans because I need it quicker. I need it quicker. She's just like, yeah, another 2 years or 3 years. And then she's like, no, I can't. I realized I can't go for it like that. And I was like, there's no need. There is no need. This is where my website is called In the Flow of Magic, guys, because what we need to do is harness. So get some confidence that you can have what you want. Start to build some confidence that you can have what you want. Then get clear. I'm going to have to repeat that because that's the main thing I see. The two friends I'm thinking of, both of them, in addition to putting hurdles, they had very specific conditions. So let me know if you've ever done that. It was, for one friend, say it was, it has to be this way. It has to be, then this other condition has to be met. And as far as I know, and no shade, because I did think about that before going live with you guys, but as far as I know, that friend hasn't manifested what they want. Okay? Even though beautiful, magical young woman has manifested in the past, but because she had so many conditions on her manifestation, she's limiting it. Okay, let me know you're following me. So don't put limits on the manifestation. At the same time, you want to be clear. So I know that could be contradictory. Okay, that can sound contradictory. So whatever you want, I'm really talking about whatever you want. Do you want to get pregnant? Do you want to be a mom? Do you want a higher paying job? Do you want to improve your health? Do you want to lose 40 pounds because the doctor has told you you really need to lose weight? Like, what is it that you want? In fact, put it in the comments if you're live, and if you're watching on the replay, right, put it below the video, okay? I'm going to wait. Put what is it you're wanting to manifest? So again, get some confidence or belief, and I made a recent video about that you can have what you want. Then check that you're not putting unreasonable. So let me give you an example. Say you did want a new apartment or a new home, and you're having difficulty, that's important. It's not happening. It's not happening. You have to say to yourself, wow. And again, I'm using examples from real life here, trying to change the details. So give me a second. But so say you want to manifest a new apartment, but you have this very, very specific based on your old paradigm. So for instance, you're like, okay, well, it can't be, that apartment's $1,200. I can only pay $800, for example, because 800 was what you paid in the past based on your past self. Okay, so this is very deep. Not all of you are going to follow me on this, and this may actually not apply for all of you, because that old self could only pay 800, but maybe now there's a new self. There's a new self being born, and that new self and the new opportunities and the new abilities actually can afford and can live in that $1,200 apartment, that $1,500 apartment, say. Okay, so it's tricky because while you have to be clear, so in the case if you wanted to manifest a new dwelling, absolutely know what you desire, visualize what you desire, but be flexible, especially if you go deep inside and you might find it's a shadow self that's keeping you from really manifesting. And it's like, oh, well, yeah, it has to be, or it has to be in this part of town. Why does it have to be in that part of town? Is it safety? Is it your cousin lives there? You know, you're limiting spirit. Spirit might have a perfect apartment for you that is $1,200, maybe it's $1,000. It's in another part of town you don't know about, you haven't considered, that is up and coming, for example, right? Are you guys with me? Give me a yes. So it's an up and coming neighborhood. You've heard about it, but you don't know about it, right? But you're like, no, the apartment I want, I'm manifesting, is in here in this part of town, and da 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 da. And spirit is presenting you with something that you could be very happy in, but it's in another part of town you don't happen to know much about. Go look at that apartment. Go look at that space. So it is a fine line. And this is where actually, if you need help, this is where you might want to certainly talk to friends, talk to advisors, kind of open yourself up a little bit, if that makes sense. All right. So I'm going to pause there. I'm going to have a little bit of my chamomile tea. So the two friends, again, that I'm basing this sharing on, were limiting themselves. It wasn't clarity, it was limitation. Okay, so we have to distinguish, am I just being clear, or am I putting limitations on God, on the divine? All right, and that's what you don't want to do. Okay, you don't want to put limitations. You want to give clarity. Another big step, a big mental shift you need to make is, and I was stressing this last night to the friend, is you don't have to know the why. Again, say this over and over and over. You do not have to know, you don't have to know the how, sorry. You don't have to know the how. So you don't have to know how you're going to find this beautiful apartment, da da da. You don't have to know how you're going to meet your soulmate. You don't have to know the exact how, because that would be micromanaging spirit. Okay, I like that. I just came up with that. Do not micromanage spirit. And the analogy I gave my friend yesterday as we spoke, I was talking her through this, is, and I'm going to give it to you again and again. Think of spirit or God. It's a great analogy, as being either in a spaceship or a helicopter. That with a capital T, has a broad view, has a view of the entire world, has a view of the needs, wants, and desires of every single being on the planet, right? We, on the other hand, as humans, are in our vehicle down on the ground. We're on a road, we're in a neighborhood, we're like, oh, there's traffic here. I'm not, we're experiencing, say, a bad time. We're stuck in traffic. Go follow me on this metaphor. Okay. Think about yourself in a car. You're driving, you can't see very far, you're stuck, you see some flashing lights ahead, traffic is stopped. Spirit, on the other hand, all of this is happening for whatever reason, which is, bigger than this video, right? There's clear roads other places, right? There's an exit. If you can get to that exit, you could exit off. Spirit, God, the divine can see that and will try to, if you're in the flow, try to get you that information. If you're open to it, call it angels, call it guides, call it ancestors, they'll try to get you that information. And then we have to like listen and take the little baby step. Okay? Take the baby step. Take the baby step. So beautiful love, how is it going for you? I know you wanted to manifest a move. So I hope this is really helpful for you. All right. So don't drop out if you think this is, don't get into another thing I want to bring up is the victim. We have to eliminate the victim consciousness. What do I mean by that? One of my earliest videos, guys, was of me, and I literally said, you don't want to feel like you have a big V on your head. You don't. You may have been victimized. Again, here I'm talking to, you could have been abused, you could have been sexually assaulted, you could have been robbed, but that doesn't mean you stay stuck in that old self of a victim. And many people do. We all know or know of children, right, who were abused so badly that they're completely messed up, right? And they're not able to flourish because the abuse was that severe. Now, most of us, it's not near that bad. So I'm saying for those of you who have had, some trauma, and we all have had some degree of negativity at us, some degree of pain, right? What I'm saying is you have to kind of let that be the old version of you and then shift as much as you can into, you know what, I can create something different. I can co-create with spirit. So I want you to feel lifted up. It's not all your effort. In fact, that's another key thing. This is not all self-effort. This isn't all hustle. Okay? Are you with me? This is not all hustle. This is co-creation with spirit. And that's why I'm saying spirit is like in a helicopter giving you a sign. You know what? Get into that right lane in the US. Because I am in the UK. They do everything different. Get into the right lane. Inch your way over. And you know what? Take this exit. Take this exit. Don't wait. Take the exit. Okay, so listening to spirit is really key. Hey, Gigi. Gigi, you might want to go back afterwards and just start from the beginning. Gigi, the Empress. So yeah, Gigi, I am talking about manifesting based on, I really feel freed up. I'm on a sabbatical. I'm out of the US. And guys, I went to bed last night at 12:21. And I remember it because I looked it up, right? Because it was 1221. There's a fabulous website called Angel Numbers and put Blogspot. She put it up like in the 90s, but her angel number interpretations are wonderful. So check her out, Angel Numbers, but put Blogspot, Blogspot, because it's like on a blogger website. So that I went to bed at 12:21 and I did not wake up till almost 11 in the morning. Okay, so I got a lot of rest, and I think that's partly why I really wanted to do this and help all of you, right? Most of you are going to watch in the replay, okay? You're going to watch in the replay because you didn't know what time I'm going to do the Sunday Live. But I want to encourage you, you can have what you want and I don't want to be one of those YouTubers because there are a lot of them, often very attractive, younger, and they just BS you. You can have what you want if it is for your highest good and it doesn't cause harm. So yeah, I'm not saying you'll suddenly be able to play jazz, like Miles Davis, or you're suddenly going to play tennis, as well as Serena Williams or what was his name? McEnroe. He had a nasty temper. Okay. But I am saying with greater than you think is possible for you. Greater than you think is possible for you. Okay. So I want to get your comments, questions while I'm just going to review, but type your questions in and send them in. You do have to be a subscriber. I believe I have it set that way. So first, just have some faith, have some confidence. You can have what you want. I saw some folks tuned out as I said that. They're not in the vibration, okay? Because a lot of this is vibration and it's hard. I'm really getting into that vibration, okay? Because I had such a strong desire for this sabbatical that, again, for those of you who don't know, I found somebody on really short notice to take my apartment at a messed up time of year in the winter after all the schools had started in my area, because I live where there's a lot of colleges. Everybody's like, you're not going to find somebody. And truly, it's like, who's going to move in the middle of winter and school's already started? Everybody's settled. Like, I'm like, nope, somebody's going to come out of the blue. Somebody gets in touch with me, you guys. She's like, I had gotten in touch with you, but I didn't hear from you. And I had missed that. She reached out to me, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I missed you. And she's like, this type of apartment is exactly what I wanted. Truly. Okay. So again, we don't have to know the how. Because I thought it was going to be a young man who was doing like research. That was what I was getting. But I knew there'd be someone, and instead it was a female who had her own reasons. She wanted her apartment for the time period, right? I wanted some flexibility at the end of this, like, you know, the sublet. She has flexibility. Again, very unusual. It's not like, oh, it has to end at this time, or there's flexibility there. I found someone to take my cat. I had two people basically fighting to take my cat. The person who I didn't give the cat to was like sad they couldn't get the cat. I was like, this is crazy, right? What else? I wanted to fly, not overnight. But when I went to Italy last time, you guys, which I thought, you know, that was it. That was my big trip because I'm scouting Italy. But I didn't want to fly at night because I can't sleep at night. And then I arrive at the day in a new place and I'm up again all day. It's too much. I got sick. So I was like, I'm not flying at night. I found a flight. And I think, because I had looked before, it's unusual, left early in the morning, got me to the UK in a couple hours before I'd go to bed. I was like, wow. And it was for a good price. So you can manifest. You can manifest, guys. Tell me what it is you're wanting to manifest. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You don't have to give me every detail, but let's talk about what you're trying to manifest. Like, Allison, what are you trying to manifest? Welcome. What are you trying to manifest? Beautiful love. And let's talk it through. I'm really, like I said, I'm not here to get like 500,000 views, though I would love that, right? And I'm not going to BS you. I think it is important that, because some people won't say this, I think your vibration matters, but belief is key to that. You have to believe, bring some gratitude in. So say you're looking for a new house, like one of my friends is, a new place to live. Have gratitude, do a gratitude practice for where you are, because what that shifts your vibration so much, guys. Think about it. God, Great Spirit, the divine. It's like, be grateful for what you've been given already, because you need to show you can have joy with what you have already. So if I specifically wanted to move, you know, like in the same town or whatever, but to a different place, I'd find what I like about where I am and just give gratitude for it. Thank you for being such a warm home, you know, and just, I always felt cozy in this home. I really loved it. The person who gets this home next is going to love it. I did some of that when I was trying to attract my subletter. Hey, Bev. Yeah. So, beautiful love. What have you done so far to manifest? What have you done so far? And so I am talking to you. Yeah, good. A spiritual career. Okay, beautiful. I love it. I love it. Divinely guided. Jigiza. So what have you done? What have you started to do because you always have to take action. That was the flaw of The Secret, okay? The flaw of The Secret, and when I've seen people where it doesn't work, you have to take inspired action. That is not my phrase. I didn't come up with that. You have to take action. I mean, literally, if the action is, this is going to date me, right? But when I manifested a magical apartment several years ago, when I was deeply depressed and I was really had low income, it was in a newspaper. I opened the newspaper and there was the apartment. Okay, so you have to take action, even if it's just open Craigslist, right? Open the app. Okay, like you have to take action. All right, so Beautiful Love is going to manifest a new home in a new state. Beautiful Love, do you remember what I shared with you last time? And I'm gonna continue helping those that I see are taking the steps. They're taking aligned action. So beautiful love. Let me know. Let us know what you have done to start this. You have to show spirit that you're serious. Do they really want this? This is BS. They don't really want that. Do they really want it? You've been doing a lot of spiritual path. Okay, beautiful. All right, so divinely guided. What I would say for you, because I want to help folks that are also new to the community, get clear, and you could share it here because I can sort of do some mini coaching. What spiritual career? What do you want? A spiritual career could be so many things. Do you do intuitive readings? Do you do uh, distance work? Do you do healing? Do you do energy healing? Are you a hands-on Reiki master? Do you do massage? I mean, I consider that spiritual. Um, do you teach children, methods to have a peaceful heart? Like, so what do you do? And let's go through this. And beautiful love is thinking and sharing if she has done the steps. You've got to take steps, or spirit is always loving. People say that, and I agree. It's not that spirit will be angry at you, but you have to take the steps. There's a biblical phrase about this, about somebody put that quote. It's a quote about taking the steps yourself, moving forward in faith. And I think for some of you, that's what's holding you back. So let's work with divinely guided. You've been doing a lot of spiritual practices. That's great. Meditation, bath, journaling. Journaling, especially because you can get to uncover like what your deeper desires are. So I think that's beautiful. A lot of self-care, it sounds like you've been doing. That is fantastic. Allison says, I'm manifesting health, healing, and wealth with ease. Yes, Allison, that's wonderful. And so what steps are you taking? Beautiful Love says, I've been fasting and writing out what I want. Okay, good. Be careful. Beautiful Love, that's great. Fasting is wonderful. Again, depends on your health condition. And so I know there are people who are obsessed with fasting, and they're like, it's good for everybody. As you guys know, I'm more holistic. No one thing except for meditation is good for everybody. And so just check with the fasting in terms of your health, beautiful love. But yeah, that'll help you get some clarity. So if you're finding you get clarity with that, absolutely. Because that cleaning of the body and the removing food as we're cooking food, we're thinking about food, we're shopping for food. It gives you, it's a spiritual uh, respite. It's a spiritual time when you do fast, okay? But as I said, be careful with your health. So I'm not giving that advice to anyone. It's you've got to do, but we're just sharing what we're doing here. Writing out what you want, that's really good. Beautiful love, when you write out what you want, do you start to feel really good about it? Like if you write out, remember I said to you, be very specific. When we talked several weeks ago, for those of you who are following, Beautiful Love had shared that with me, and she's someone in the community that I know and has studied with me. Let me see if I can find her here. And I said I helped her get more clear, because she's like, oh yeah, I want a new house in a new state. And I'm like, for me, if I wrote that, it would be like, spirit would be like, you want to be in Mississippi? What, like, where? Do you want to be in Hawaii? Or do you want to be in Mississippi? Do you want to be in Vermont? Do you want to be in Texas? What, or more landscape. So it might not, Texas might have a similar feeling to another state. So that's what I mean. Maybe don't be too specific with spirit. Okay. But get clear. So all of you get really, really clear. Get really, really clear. Divinely Guided says, I know I need to fast. Now, Divinely Guided, again, I would say it depends on your health. If somebody is anorexic or undernourished, fasting is not appropriate. Again, most people won't tell you that, right? On YouTube, they might make a video about fasting. No, I don't think it's good for everyone. If I were coaching you, I would want to know what your health is, what your energy level is. So divinely, if your energy is low, again, it depends. Fasting might help, but it might also make you weaker. Okay. So I'm just saying nothing is, good for everybody all the time. That's probably the best way to put it. Let me keep reading, getting a lot of comments now. TK says, MZ Colston says, okay, you're studying massage therapy. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Those of you who don't know, I am an LMT. During COVID, I stopped. I said I didn't want to be in a closed room, with windows closed, because it has to be warm. Your client has to be warm, right? With COVID, during COVID, and actually in New York State, we were banned. We were banned for I think months, and I stopped. I was like, I'm not gonna do massage in an enclosed space with people coming in. They come in, they're coughing. Anyway, okay, see, let me not go down that road. Okay, that was past in terms of, but that was for me. So I'm really happy that you're doing that. Let's see. TK, mine is simple right now. I would love to let go of fear. I'm afraid to take any steps in anything, and I'm not confident within myself at all. Okay. TK, hold on here, guys. I meant to get this beforehand. Let me get this. So, hold on, publish live. I have to click something on a page. I want to give you guys a link. You may have heard my community. This is a good time for me to pause and mention this to you. Hold on, let me copy this so you guys have it. All right, save URL. Okay, I think. So my Goddess Academy, hold on. This is the first program I'm doing this year, you guys. You guys know, because I was trying to flee America, okay? I had to focus. I'm serious. I had to focus to manifest this. What I just told you, I manifested in literally, I don't want to lie, got back from Italy. It might have been 2 whole months, but I want to say it was like 6 weeks. I manifested this in like 6 weeks. Okay. So we're talking like just get it done. Okay. I'm coming from the get it done. So I put a page here. I'm going to put it online. The Kartra is the company that is hosting my page. That link should work. I am opening up and teaching my chakra course for the first time, I think, since 2023. Hold on, let me go back because I want to address. Oh, Allison, that's fine. I want to address Divinely Guided, definitely in conversation, TK. But TK, so I am teaching my Chakra Soul Alchemy program for the first time since, actually it might be 2022 or early 2023. Okay, this was my flagship program. And I just want to invite you, if you're watching, if you're vibing with what I'm saying, what I'm doing, I'm changing the format. So we're going to study. So I'm calling it the study group, our Chakra Study Group. So for March, we're going to do Root Chakra. And then April, Sacral Chakra. I'm just going to go through the chakras every month, and you can register just for what you want. Okay, so it's a little daring of me. Let me know if I'm doing it right, because frankly, I think, and I know you would all benefit by taking the whole program. But I also know the root chakra, my videos are the most popular, and the sacral chakra, right? So first chakra, second chakra are where many in the community feel stuck. So that's why I'm taking my program, and I'm just like, you can just buy a month and we'll go through it live. You'll go through with me live, and you go through all the videos and all the journaling and all the information, but with my guidance. So check it out. It will be live to register tomorrow, February 17th. Because TK, when you say that fear, it makes me think of root chakra. Okay, honest to God, honest to Goddess. I'm just petting the kitty cat, his little belly with the beautiful, those of you who just came in, I have a Bengal cat. Look up Bengal cat. They're beautiful. They have these rosettes, not like a tiger. They just look like a wild animal. And so I have one on my lap, and his little belly just has all these beautiful patterns. And he's like trying to turn his belly. Hey, sweetie. So it sounds, TK, like root chakra fears. Okay. If you study with me starting in March, just take the root chakra module, And the point is manifestation, manifest what you desire, and whatever that is. But the root chakra specifically has to do with fear. It has to do with that primal fear where we're just almost immobilized, okay? TK, so I invite you to check it out. I'm not going to say the price right now, but it's the lowest it will be. If you go check out the page, the link I just put in the chat, and it will be below the video once the video is no longer, once I'm not live anymore. But it sounds like you're having these existential root chakra fears, okay? So we can work energetically with it by working with meditations, visualization, acupressure points to strengthen that whole area. Okay. TK, did you have trauma when you were younger? Did you have trauma in your early life? Just let me know. Share with us. And the confidence is also third chakra, but I know you would benefit, TK, by studying with me in the month of March. Okay. All of you. So let me keep going. But that fear is literally the sort of the negative emotion associated with the root chakra, right? It's a survival fear, basically. And many of us, if we've had trauma, even some of us, I'm getting this, some of you watching this, you may have had trauma at birth, where maybe you were a preemie baby, or maybe you were, I'm seeing like a cesarean, maybe you were a cesarean baby, and even that trauma that your mother went through is very root chakra, and that can be passed on to you, okay? So Beautiful Love says, yes. Wait, tell me yes. What were you saying yes to? And then I'm going to jump back. So TK, I invite you to look at the program. It is opening tomorrow for registration. Allison says, I'm in Mexico and meeting an Exodus Summitman for brunch. Oh, wonderful. Okay, that's perfect, Allison. I was talking to one of my friends about Mexico and about Merida. She's looking at Merida, and she is a creative. And so that's what I was helping her, just as a friend, to get over the blocks that I spoke about earlier in the video. You know, she definitely had some blocks, and felt she had to wait a couple of years before she could do what she wanted to do. And she texted me and she's like, you were right. And then we spoke about it last night. So yeah, have fun. Have fun. I love brunch. Okay. Allison says, I'm increasing spiritual practices and more self-care, making a pivot with my business. Allison, yep, consider the study group, the Chakra Study Group, the Root Chakra section, and that's what I'm going to be leading in the month of March. Okay, so register starting tomorrow for that. Because again, yeah, if you want to build a business, anything that requires stability, you guys, and bringing something into the 3D that we're in right now. So again, it could be a relationship. Yes, that's heart energy, but it's what I'm getting, and Spirit is really showing me is, Viv, you do need to teach on the chakras. Continue. There are those who are ready, but the root chakra has a lot to do with self-love. And I know for a lot of you watching this, and for me as well, self-love is like a key foundational issue, right? Self-love is a key foundational issue. All right. And that does relate to the root chakra, because again, I mentioned this in my last video, it's that love, that really being born onto the planet, being incarnated, and that feeling of being held, right? So first you're in your mother's womb. There's a feeling of pressure, but it's a gentle pressure of being held, being utterly safe. Then you're born into the world. That's very scary, disorienting for many. And then what you need again is that love and nurturing to feel welcome to this planet. And many of you do not have that. That's what's missing, and that's why you're struggling. So Beautiful Love, check it out as well. And check it out. It is the chakra course, which I believe you went through. But if you do just the 1 month, we'll just focus on root chakra. And if you did take the chakra course before, write me and you get a discount for retaking it. And in its updated form. So assistant at In the Flow of Magic. If you did take the chakra course before, when it was called Chakras for Challenging Times during COVID, okay, my friend gave me that name. I have updated and I'm updating the content. So it's intheflowofmagic.com. So beautiful love, if you want to take it, and if you're repeating, I don't remember exactly what year, if you did take it, write me there and I'll get you a coupon, a discount coupon, because it is updated and it also includes biweekly lives with me working with you. Okay, so let's keep going. Allison had to step out. TK, I want to know what you think with what I shared with you about the fear and also the divinely guided. So yes, I took courses on tarot and oracle. See, yep, I had a feeling. And I'm also doing a psychic course right now. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Divinely guided, I want to invite you to study with me. I don't know if you've been around the channel for a while, because some people are like lurk for like years and then I don't even see them. Maybe they don't comment and then they come and like get coaching or something with me. So I'm seeing that happen. And it's like, oh, I followed you for 2 years. I followed you for 5 years. I'm like, okay. So divinely guided, get someone who has done what you're wanting to do. You know, because for you, I think, I don't know if you already have a YouTube channel that you're working on. That's a beautiful part of it, right? But I'm glad you took courses on tarot and oracle, and you're doing a psychic course right now. But get started, even if it's just a little way, right? And that's why I think the root chakra module could also really help you divinely guided. And check it out. Let me put the link again. You can also register, and you could probably write it off as business training, divinely guided, when you file your taxes. Okay, so any woman watching this who is wanting to manifest her business, help her business grow more, help get your stability, right? So let me give examples of who people who have strong root chakras. This was also Spirit was telling me to do this. Oprah Winfrey. Okay, Oprah has a very strong root chakra. She's able to hold a tremendous amount of abundance. Now, that isn't necessarily for all of us, right? Honestly, for you, your level of abundance might be a tiny house. But the thing is, the spiritual message is, can you manifest that tiny house? For some of you, like me, it might be like a cottage in, a beautiful location. Can you manifest that? Okay. So it isn't necessarily about, oh, I want to be a billionaire, because not all of us, our karma and our life's work is not necessarily to try to be a female Elon Musk. Don't get me started on Elon. Okay. So there are people, and this is deep, and I'm going to go there. There are people who are stuck at the root chakra. Billionaires are often stuck. Billionaires and multimillionaires are often stuck because what they think about and all they think about is money. Now, conversely, if you're very poor, sometimes also all you think about is money, because you're very poor, you're struggling. What I'm saying is that in both cases, they both literally are impeded. The billionaire and the really poor person both could have they have issues and karmic issues and maybe ancestral issues with prosperity. Does that make sense? Because most people wouldn't see that. So I'm really just channeling this. Wasn't something I intended to share. And I'm not trying to offend anyone, but it's our energetic system. So somebody who's homeless has root chakra issues, and somebody who's a billionaire who is unhappy, has poor relationships, is terrified of losing their money. Imagine being a billionaire and being terrified of losing your money, or being fifth on the list and you're not second on the list of like richest man in the world, richest woman in the world. That's a root chakra issue, as well as the person who is dealing with poverty. There's definitely a energetic imbalance there. Okay. So I'm going to take your comments. I'm going to pause and take your comments. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about manifestation, root chakra, bringing things into reality. I want to hear from you if you want some help or more advice. Beautiful love, if you're still here, I think it's great what you're doing. Um, Let me know if you have any questions about the root chakra, the chakra study group, just the root chakra section, because I really feel for you, this needs more strengthening that you can kind of do on your own. Okay, so Divinely Guided Tarot says, yes, I'll be joining. I started working on my chakras. I did 18 days of chakra yoga. And honestly, with work and children, I can't find the time and energy for it. Okay, for doing the actual yoga, Divinely, even if you do 15 minutes, get up early, get up before your children, or depending when they go to sleep. The yoga might wake you up. It might be too late at night, might not be good, in my opinion and my experience. I've been teaching yoga since 1994 was when I was certified. 1994. So I would say go for the morning if you can. In terms of if it's the chakra yoga, yeah, Divinely Guide says yes. Um, and again, you did the 18 days, that 18 days, I'm sure seeded some change in your physiology, right? You got benefit from it. Just, do as much as you can. Like I said, if you could do 15 minutes of yoga a day, you would still have a profound difference, Divinely. Absolutely. Like, no doubt in my mind, no doubt at all. So, yeah, work and children. Could you even with your children? I don't know how old they are, but I had a goddess taking my soulful mindfulness, just learning how to mindfulness meditation, and she had a baby. I want to say 9 months, like a baby that you would have to hold, kind of in your arms, but not like newborn. And when we would meditate, her baby would fall asleep with her. And she was even surprised because children pick up our energy. So divinely, I wonder if you could, sorry guys, I know there's a terrible reflection, so you can't kind of see my eyes because just the way the reflection is with my light. I apologize. They're like, if I go sideways, then you can kind of, but if I sit like that, the reflection from the computer kind of interferes with you, kind of. Let me see. Hold on. That's weird. I'd have to be like, talk to you from a weird angle. But divinely, depending on the age of your children, you could try to include them in the yoga. If it's a little baby who kind of could crawl around, put them on the floor, on the carpet with you. And then if the child is like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, I'd start introducing them to yoga with you and just be like, this is our time. You have to give them a story. Kids need a story. That's what I would do. I would be like, okay, this is our time. This is our yoga time. And I'm telling you, I have done similar stuff like this, and I have taught children yoga. I'd make a whole story. This is our yoga time, and we're like really quiet. And you like, and you have a gesture, maybe you do, or you're like, and we get really quiet. And then you just practice that with them, and they're like, oh, you get really quiet. And then you start doing it, and they will try to imitate you. I promise you, they will imitate you. Okay, let's see what she says. Okay, they're 3, 7, and 14. You work third shift. So third shift means you start in the evening and then you go. Yeah, that's crazy. The 14-year-old I wouldn't worry about necessarily, but the 3 and the 7-year-old, right? Maybe have them with you. And I'm talking 15 minutes. So yeah, that is on you to find a time. I would carve it out. Maybe not right before they're going to eat, but not when they're super hungry. This is what I would do. I'm channeling this for you. Okay. I hope this helps you. Think about a slot in your day where it's before they eat. So they'll get to do a little yoga and be with you before sitting together to eat. The 3 and the 7-year-old, again, have a ritual with them. This is our quiet time. This is where we go within. And they will get quiet. And then you do a little yoga and have them kind of just try to do it with you. The 3-year-old is just going to play. The 3-year-old may climb on you when you're doing Cobra. The 3-year-old is going to try to climb on you. That's fine. You can find 15 minutes to do this if you want to. Yeah. Okay. She says they love yoga time. Exactly. Make it special. You know what? This is what I mean. Kids need a ritual. You get like a little bell. Like say this is a little bell. You get a little bell. You have the 3-year-old ring the bell. Okay. Okay, Trey, we're going to start. Go ahead, ring the bell. Bing. Okay, ring it 3 times. Okay. Bing, bing, bing. Okay. They ring the bell, you start. And then at the end, you're like, okay, we're done now. We're completed. Ring the bell. And then maybe the 7-year-old rings the bell. You see what I'm saying? You have to involve them. I can see it. I can see it happening for you. So I hope this is helpful. This cat is so happy, you guys. He's like this. If you could, let me see if I can show you. Hold on. You'd be like, what is it? Look, 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 look. Do you see this? Do you see this cuteness? Did you guys see? Oh, my Lord. Oh, you're welcome, divinely guided. Yeah. Make them a part of it. Don't, not saying you do, but I feel like a lot of times with children, it's easy to be like, they interrupt, they do. But when you make it a ritual and you have to be steady with it, even if it's just once a week, right? You're training them. And you look at them. What time is it? They're like, oh, it's our quiet time, mommy. Okay, what do we do with our quiet time? And you ask them. I would ask them, what do we do? Oh, we get our mat, we get our bell, we get water, we get our juice. You see what I'm saying? Give them a ritual. Okay, go grab your juice. Get your little juice out of the fridge. Okay, come back. Where do we meet? We meet in the living room or we meet in your bedroom, mommy. Okay, in the bedroom, 5 minutes. Better be there. I need you to ring the bell, right? You see, you make it something that involves them, that they're integral part of. Maybe one of them rolls out the mat, one of them is in charge of cleaning the mat. Afterwards, they wipe it down, they spray it, they hang it up, right? The 7-year-old could do that. They hang it up like on the staircase or they hang it so it can dry. You see what I'm saying? Work with them, integrate them into it. Yeah. That was beautiful. You got me really thinking there. You got me really thinking. Yeah, you can do it. So what am I talking about? Because I don't have kids, but I taught yoga to kids many years ago, and interestingly, they were Portuguese kids. And to this very day, I remember they acted different than American kids. I'm serious. This was probably the 90s, the 2000s. I don't remember when it was. And it was in New Jersey. Those of you who know, there's a Portuguese section of New Jersey. I didn't even know that. I grew up in New York. And I got a job teaching yoga one summer with these little kids. And I still, like I said, I still remember them. They were more attentive. I was doing a lot of spiritual practice then. I think there's a reason they were really attentive to me. I made it a game, but I remember their behavior, their energy was different than like American kids. Now, of course, they were American, they're Portuguese American, but their energy felt different. But yeah, thank you, divinely guided. Yeah, try it. Come back and comment like next week or something. I'd really love to know, or 2 weeks. But I would love to, someone like you would be great in my program. In Chakra Soul Alchemy, which I'm calling it the Chakra Study Group, because like I said, if you don't want to learn about the throat chakra, which you should, right? In fact, divinely, if you want to teach, you want your throat chakra energy balanced, right? Learn about the heart chakra. So you can sign up for the whole thing or just sign up for one piece at a time. And that's why I'm calling it like the study group. So you can kind of pop in, you pay for what you want. It's a la carte. That's what it is. Oh, I like that. I like that, a la carte. Like I'll just take the fries. I don't want the hamburger. I don't want the tofu burger, Viv. Okay, whatever. Whatever. You don't want the tofu burger. All right. Some folks are just joining. They wonder what I'm rambling about. Guys, I was talking about how to get what you want. I started the video with quoting back from the series Scandal. And I literally made the claim that Shonda Rhimes had coded that in, and probably specifically for the Black community, honestly. Though that show was huge. Everybody's watching that Scandal. Scandal was when politics was not as crazy as it is now, so the show could be Scandal, right? And so what I'm saying to finish my point is that Shonda Rhimes, as someone who is extremely root chakra, if you even look at her physically, she's a root chakra woman. She's got a very solid build, very earthy. Obviously, she has a creative aspect because she's a writer and she's running multiple programs, multiple shows, but very root chakra strong. And she coded that character to share with us in Scandal, that key phrase, what do you want? Hey, Bengal kitty, what's the matter? You know when they suddenly stop and they just like shake really fast? Hey, Bengal kitty. Hey, Bengal kitty. You okay? All right, you look okay. Um, what do you want? That's what you have to figure out. So if you guys are just joining, because I think I am wrapping it up, please go back and watch the beginning. I go through how to manifest what you want. I'm sharing that more now because I'm feeling really jazzed. I'm getting more rested because I was able to manifest this sabbatical. Um, and I'm really feeling like going back. Here we go. Hold on, let me take this off. There's the kitty. There's the Bengal. You can't see some of the pattern, some of the beautiful pattern. Um, I'm feeling like I want to help you guys because a lot of you, basically, that's what life is about, right? I mean, it's love and it's growing, but what a lot of what our life struggle is we want something and we feel separate from it. We want something and we feel like we're over here and the thing is here. So that's what I talked about today. If you're just joining, please go back. If you've been with me, do you have any questions before I go? Ask them. If you're beautiful love, yep. Oh, beautiful love, absolutely. So take the advice that I was giving to Divinely. Yoga would absolutely benefit him. Absolutely benefit him. There are books about children's yoga. You get it from your library. Go online. Like, so let me reiterate what I said to her. Those of you watching who have children, get your children into their higher self, connecting with their bodies, all of this misbehavior, a lot of what we're seeing, this would counteract it, okay? And especially coming out of COVID, I know a lot of the children are messed up. Okay, that's what I've been told by people who are in touch with teenagers and young kids. The kids are still messed up. So with homeschooling, I would absolutely have a yoga module, just stretching, beautiful love. So same thing, like I said, have a ritual, get like a little bell, a little gong, it could a little drum, something. You have a ritual. Okay, we're have our yoga time right now. Okay, boom, and they roll out the mat and repeat it the same. What I find with children is they like repetition, as you probably know, right? They need repetition, and you show him that. You show him that. You have the way you start and the way you end is the same. Maybe you after you do yoga, you have a little time where you talk about how do you feel, and you have him maybe draw how he feels or journal how do you feel, and he just gets a little journal, writes how he feels. Do you feel better than you did before? Before you said one scale of 1 to 10, you felt like a 5. How do you feel now with 10 being the best? Maybe he's like, I feel like an 8. You see, so you get him like engaged and thinking, and you teach the deep breathing. You guys are making me want to teach a children's yoga class right now, okay? Which was not my plan. So, who has questions? Be honest. What you're having trouble manifesting, go ahead and ask. Divinely shared that it's just a time issue, third shift. I worked up like a little plan, a way to kind of get some of that in with her children and yet have her be able to have like, 15 minutes. I feel like you can get 15 minutes of yoga with your children for yourself, really, but you're just involving the kids. You know what I'm saying? Who else has questions? What are you trying to manifest? Okay, I'm going to wait a little bit and then I'm going to go out. Those of you who just joined, we're talking about how to overcome blocks to getting what you want. What do you want? Okay, go back from the beginning after the live is done. Okay, but if you have questions, I'm live here now. I can answer them. So beautiful love. Did you do a vision board yet? Do a vision board. That's a root chakra thing to do. Make a concrete. Listen, I was cutting. So this cat's food box, it's cardboard. I cut the container that it comes in. It was like this big. I was like, oh, I could do a vision board on that. That's what I'm saying. You don't even need to go buy anything. Make a little vision board of the house or where you want to live. On the back of it, beautiful. You could write, like we talked about. We talked about it like 6 weeks ago. I have a beautiful backyard for my children to play, or I'm down the street from a beautiful, safe playground. That's clarity. That is clarity. That's not restrictive conditions because for example, for your example, you want your children to have a place where they can play, right? So yeah, do a vision board. You could even do it online through like Pinterest. I like a physical vision board, um, because it's concrete. It's not just digital out in the ether, right? Which we're used to now, but it's a concrete thing. But if you want to, you could just go to Pinterest and put together a vision board. You could do Canva. Yeah, you could definitely do Canva. All of that. All of that. So I just want to thank Gregory, who was driving, MZ Colston, Divinely Guided, Allison, Bev. Hey, Bev. Bev, I didn't get a lot of comments from you. Are you still here? You might have been in the middle of something. Thanks for saying hi. Um, and TK, really um, consider working with me in my program. It is my Chakra Soul Alchemy program. It is open to all women. And let me put the link. The registration won't be open till tomorrow. It's going to open tomorrow, Monday. All right. Again, for any woman who is wanting to manifest something, bring it into reality, who's wanting also more self-love, we're going to work on self-love and self-appreciation because that is the root base. Okay, it's not, you might be thinking, oh, that's heart chakra because it's love. No, that's a more simplistic understanding of it. The root chakra is, like I said, it's our roots. It's our connection to ancestors, our connection to guides, more upper chakra, but our connection to ourself, our connection to our feeling of being worthy. Do you feel worthy for what you want? You want a loving relationship. This cat has given me such a look. Really, really cute face. Um, do you feel worthy of the love you want? Do you feel worthy of the income you want? Okay, you have to say, so it's like, I deserve, I am worthy, right? So let's close with a root chakra affirmation. Bring your hands up to your heart, actually. One hand on top of another. Okay, on top of the other. I'm leaning back just because I can't arrange my pillows because this cat, I don't want him to fall off my lap, right? He's cleaning himself right now. I'm a cat lady. I'm not going to disturb a cat when they're happy. So I have to just deal with it. Just say, I am worthy. I am worthy. Close your eyes, hands over your heart chakra or over your belly. Okay? Hey, divinely guided. Yes. So just do this with me. I am worthy. I am worthy of the good I am creating. I was going to say I desire, but instead I said I'm creating. It's okay if it's in process. Some people who don't really manifest are like, no, it has to be in the present. If you have any hesitation, say you want to earn 600,000 a year, but when you repeat that, your mind's like, yeah, that's bullshit. What you say is every day I am getting more and more confident to earn. So you adapt what you say, you adapt what you speak to where you are and with that beautiful vision in mind. So I am worthy of all the good I am manifesting. If it's a new home, I am worthy of that beautiful new home. And then picture it in your mind. I am worthy of a loving soulmate relationship. Picture it in your mind. I am worthy of a job in the engineering sector, like whatever it is, right? In the computing sector, in digital security. I am worthy of a high paying job in digital security. Repeat it and make it sexy. Make it like, digital security, that didn't do anything for me. But if that's what you wanted, you would love it. Okay. So yes, yes, yes. All right. The cat is just giving me face. Beautiful face. Okay. Like, why did you stop petting me? Because I'm talking to people right now. It's not all about you. It's not. I know it should be all about you because you're so pretty. Let's see. Can you guys see? Hold on, can you see this beauty? This beauty is like, it's like it is all about me. You don't want him to see your face? Look here, look here, look here. Yes, look up, look at this pretty face. So I know it's all about you. It's all about you. I know. I wasted such time talking to these people. I mean, I really should have just been petting you the whole entire time. Okay, guys, you can tell I'm a crazy cat lady because that interlude was completely unnecessary, but you needed some cat cuteness. You needed some cat cuteness. Let me see if I can lift you up. Can they see you? Can they see you? Cat's like, it's a really mellow cat. So you can like pick up and carry him from one room to another. So step into your magical self. My next video, I may talk about, there's definitely darkness on the planet. Yeah, thank you, MZ. You got called a cutie pie. You got called a cutie pie. Yes, yes, in English, not in cat language. Um, and so, really, light workers, I feel like it is kind of a corny phrase, and it gets thrown around. But if you are here for a purpose, um, we need to kind of stay in the light, stay on the higher path. My third eye literally just started to hurt as I'm saying this. I swear to God. Like I'm like talking and then it's like, stay on your higher path. There's definitely a rise in negativity, a rise in hatred, a lower vibration on the planet right now. Not just in the US, it is trying to rise in other places. And really, it's literally a spiritual battle. The way to combat it, is, and even the phrase combat, right? Um, is to stay in your higher vibration. Okay. Here, this cat will look at my other hand like, why aren't you using both hands? Literally, it's like, you have another hand. Okay, honey, it's just hard. I know, it's hard. Okay, let me just use both hands. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah. Do you see this? Do you see this? Like, use both hands. For crying out loud, God gave you two hands. Woman, God gave you two hands, use them. All right, guys, it was so nice to be here with you. If there aren't any more questions or comments, yeah, divinely guided, thank you so much. Yeah, I would love to see you inside because I think, it's a battle. It's going to be, the earth goes through up and down times. Not and the planet, the people, all beings. And so some of us are here to bring peace, prosperity, a nourishing prosperity, not prosperity where you're a billionaire and you could save an entire African nation, but you're just going to sit on your money or you're just going to invest it, whatever. And so those of us who are more spiritual need to really step forward and not be hiding in the background. So yeah, I'm going to be making more videos, you guys, as I am getting more rested here with the kitty cat. My hands may be tired, from petting, but I will do my best to keep making some videos. It's hard out here in the streets. Yes, right? It's just hard out here in these streets. The kitty cat streets and the kitty cat streets. The kitty cat streets. Oh, yes, the kitty cat streets. So, blessings and love to you. And we'll talk again soon. Let's see, I might try Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sunday. Like I said, I'm really trying to nourish my energy. Getting out of the United States help that. Again, like I said, I know not all of you are trying to like move or anything. Some of you are. But I just want you to be in a nurturing, positive place. We can do that energetically. That's important. Energetic protection is going to be important. Yeah, I just feel like I have to talk about all this stuff. I really have to talk about all this stuff. Yeah. Thank you. Many, many blessings. Thank you so much. All right. And we'll see how it progresses. I'm going to, take you guys along with me. Because this goes out to everybody. If you want to know more, do subscribe to my e-newsletter. I'll put the link below when I get the cat off my lap, okay? Because I need to be able to type and I can't with the cat. But, and do check out the study group. I think that Spirit is telling me there are those of you who are ready and who a lot of like, 12-year-olds are talking about chakras and like, oh, and I got a chakra bracelet. But the chakras are actually, it's a very deep thing. And um, I've said this before, not to scare you, it's kind of like working with energy. It would be the equivalent of like nuclear energy. I'm going to say solar actually, but say nuclear, meaning it's very powerful. And so I think that there's a group of people who are ready and who I can help shepherd forward into what they're here to manifest, what they're here to bring in. And yeah, my third eye is just like started like as I said that. All right. So much love, peace, and blessings. Look out. Like I said, I'm going to try Tuesday, Thursday, maybe to have some pre-recorded. Saturday, not Saturday. Sunday will be the lives. Okay. Only if I'm traveling like on a Sunday, then it'll probably be pre-recorded. But much love and blessings. Bye bye.